Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. And today I have for you part 2 in my 4-part video series featuring books with fantastic titles. Now, if you saw my thumbnail yesterday and you didn't watch the video because you thought, I don't care about nonfiction, it's not about the books, it's about the titles. And honestly, I think most of the books that I featured yesterday are just really fun sounding books, and they are fun sounding because they just have amazing titles. So what other genre of books can you think of that has overall the best titles? It's not usually nonfiction. When you think about it, it's usually cozy mysteries. Cozy mysteries are known for having the most puns in their titles, the best wordplay, and I have several on my shelves that I think are hilarious, fantastic, funny, clever. And these, again, like I mentioned yesterday, these are not going to be the best titles of all times. These are just the ones that I have on my shelves that I particularly like and that I was drawn to either because of the title or because of the theme of the series or whatever. Some of these really just because of the title. So anyway, let's get started. Now I have 10 individual titles that are from a variety of different series, and then I have a series of 5 that overall is my favorite titles for one given series. The whole series, I'm just in love with the titles, and I've shown you those before on a video, so you may recall, I think it was probably whenever I hauled some of the books from that series, so I won't tell you right this second, but when I get to them, you'll probably be like, oh yeah, I remember those. Anyway, so let's get started. Now, there are different reasons why I like different types of titles, or, well, I should say there are different types of titles, and I like them, you know, for different reasons, I suppose. Some because they're funny, some because they're clever. And so anyway, these first 2 I think are very clever because they are based, or the titles are made to sound like some other popular book, movie, play, something like that. Now, this first series, all of the books in this series have titles that are made to sound like that, like a book, movie, a play, or whatever. This is just one I have on my shelf. And the first book in this series, if you watch Courtny, the Protagonist channel, you've heard of it because I believe she read this book and she may have read it for her book club several months ago. And that is the series by Jacqueline Brady. The series is called A Piece of Cake Mystery. And the first book is A Sheet Cake Named Desire, which of course is named after because of a streetcar named Desire. So I have book 4 also in that series, and it's called The Cakes of Wrath. I love that so much. And so, and just so you know, I don't own these, but number 2 in the series is Cake on a Hot Tin Roof, and number 3 is Arsenic and Old Cake. So those are just overall very clever. Now, that's not the series that I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. That's a series that I own all of, but this would probably get my second vote, or my second place vote for best overall titles of a series. Now, another one that I have is actually a series that I've started reading, and it's the Coffee House Mystery Series. Again, this is a series with fantastic titles, but the one that really stands out to me is A Brew to a Kill. These are by Cleo Coyle. I've read maybe 3 of these. This is number 11, so it'll be a little while before I get to this one, but even though I'm not a big James Bond fan, I think that this is such a clever title, and I wanted to share it with you. So now the next 2 are on my list just because they're just great. This one I heard of on someone else's channel. I think maybe it was the Book Nester that read this book, and I believe she spoke highly of it. I haven't read it yet, but it is Murder at the House of Rooster Happiness by David Casseret, and this is the first book in the it says the first ethical Chiang Mai detective agency novel, so that's a mouthful as well as the title itself. And I don't know anything about this, but I had already heard it talked about on BookTube, and then I saw it at a book sale, and I thought, oh, I'm going to grab that. So I think that's just a fantastic title. And then the other one in this group, I know nothing about. This is book 3 in the series, and I found this at a book sale, and I just could not pass it up. For one thing, it has food in the title, and it's just an amazing title. The Case of the Deadly Butter Chicken. This is by Tarkeen Hall. I hope I'm saying that right. It is a Vish Puri mystery. I hope I'm saying that right. And I have now acquired books 1 and 2. The titles of books 1 and 2 are not nearly as clever as this one. You know, you would think that when you're starting to write a series, you would maybe use your best ideas first. Maybe they didn't think of this one until later. I don't know, but this is by far the best title. I just love this title. I don't know why, I just do. So then the next group is a little bit larger. This is going to be the wordplay group, the puns, and there are so many that I could talk about. And in fact, in the comments below, I want you to tell me some of your favorites. But these are some from my shelves that stood out to me, and I want to tell you about them. So let's see. These are not in any certain order, but this one I love. Suspended Sentence. It's an Amish mystery. It's by Laura Bradford. This is book number 4 in the series. I don't own the first 3 of these. I think I found this at Book Warehouse. Fell in love with the title. I love anything Amish, so I had to go ahead and get it, but I think it's a fantastic title. And then The Grim Steeper. This is number 3 in the Teapot Collectors Mystery Series by Amanda Cooper. I believe a BookTube friend sent me this, and I love the cover, and I love the title. I don't know anything about the series, and I want to try to get books 1 and 2 before I get to this one, but again, it's a great title. And then this one I bought brand new at a bookstore in St. Pete, Florida. And the story is set in St. Pete, Florida, and the author lives in St. Pete, Florida, and it is signed. So this is Pain and Suffering, and the author is a glass artist, and so she has written this series of books about a glass shop. And so Pain and Suffering, with pain being spelled B-A-N-E, is so perfect for this series. This is book 1, so I do want to get to this hopefully someday soon, but I don't know when, and I am just happy to have it. I think it's really cool that I was able to find it in the city where it's written about, and it's signed by the author. And then the next one, I love anything that's country sounding, that just sounds down home. And I don't even think, oh yes, actually I started to say that I don't think this is set in the South, but it is. It's set in South Carolina. But this is Crops and Robbers. This is by Paige Shelton, and it is a farmer's market mystery, I believe. Yes, farmer's market mystery. I believe this is number 3. Yes, number 3. I don't think I have the others in the series. I may have book 1 by now. Anyway, I'm on the lookout for them, but I love the cover, and I mean, really, Crops and Robbers. It's so great. And then my favorite of the punny titles, and I have talked about this one before. I think when Courtney did a tag video about cozy mysteries, she asked, one of the questions was, what is your favorite cozy mystery title? This is it. Now, the cover, I don't like at all. The cover is blah, but the title is amazing. Innocent Until Proven Quilty. This is one of the Annie's Quilted Mysteries. I think my sister has been reading some from this series. Honestly, Innocent Until Proven Quilty. That's just great. It makes me laugh. Anyway, okay. So now I have one more left, and then my series. And the one I have left that's an individual title, this is another series. It's an older series, but several of the books have really clever titles. And I happen to have 2 copies of the first book, so I want to do a giveaway. So all you need to do is comment below, and I'm going to give you one keyword that I want you to put in your comment that I will know that you are interested in being included in the giveaway. If you want to comment and you don't want to, and you're not interested in this book, then you don't have to explain that you're not interested. Just don't put the word in there. But anyway, so this book is, I love the title, and it's the first in the series by Leslie O'Kane. And of course, we all know, what are two things that are sure in life? Well, only one of these is true. The title is Death and Faxes. And like I said, I have two of these and I'd love to give one away. And so just comment below, and the word is, of course, fax. So just the facts, ma'am. And be sure that you comment to the video, and somewhere in your comment put the word fax, and I will include you in a drawing for one of these books. And I'll give you whichever one is, there's one that's less yellowed. I'll give you that one, I think. Let's see. Yes, I will give you that one. And now, the series that I think has the best overall titles. And the reason I love these titles is because they make you speak Southern. And I love that. So the series is the Southern Fried Mystery Series. And when I haul these, I had to say them in Southern because that's the only proper way to say these titles. They're by Kathy Pickens. I read a little bit about this one. It's set in South Carolina. Of course, it's the South. It is about an attorney, Avery Andrews, who wanted to leave the city behind and go back to her small town. And it's a series of 5 books. So the first one is the series title name, Southern Fried. And then the second one is Done Gone Wrong. Number 3, Hog Wild. Number 4, Hush My Mouth. And number 5, Can't Never Tell. So, anyway, what are your favorite cozy mystery titles? I know there are so many out there. Be sure to tell me in the comments the titles that you love, whether you've read the book or not, and tell me if you've read it, whatever. Tell me some books you recommend. You guys know I love cozy mysteries, and I'd love to chat about them in the comments. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you are having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.